Hey folks, I'm Mike. Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/Inkdependence. It keeps this blog ad-free. Hello and welcome to an Inkdependence.com brief video review and water drop test. Today we have a Diamine ink. This is Diamine Sargasso Sea. I picked this one up from Bertram's Inkwell up in Maryland, like real close to DC, Rockville maybe? That seems about right. I have family up there for Christmas, and we went and picked up a couple of bottles of ink. Anyway, I got this one. And I also got Majestic Blue by Diamine, which is pretty close to this one, but has a ton more sheen. So let's take a look at this ink right here. And there it is. This is a really, it's like a deep blue ink. It's actually pretty awesome. When it goes down, it's darn near black. At least it is with the pen that I was using it in here. And some of the other ones, I've used it in a few pens. I've only got it in the one right now. I've got too many pens inked. This one is a tactile turn gist. Just got this, got the polycarbonate body. Got the Damascus section. Pretty cool there, right? This is a medium nib. It's a fairly wet nib. And this is a pretty wet ink, so they go together pretty well. They are going to bleed through regular 20-pound paper a little bit. We'll see that in a sec. But for right now, I appreciate that awesome bluey ink. It's got a little bit of a tinge of purple to it there. But this could probably get away with being called a blue-black, I would say, just because it is so dark. It's definitely, I mean, you're going to look at it and go, it's a blue-ish, but it's super dark. So, there you go. It's very solid ink. It's not really going to do any shading at all. It's a very saturated ink. I haven't seen any shading really on anything. We'll look at it on some fancy paper. I got it on some Tomoe River here, so let's see some color comparisons right quick. Here it is next to several things. Firstly, I've got Diamine Majestic Blue, which is for some reason hard to say sometimes. Let's get the light a little bit harder on that. And I'm not seeing too much sheen off of the Diamine right here. You'll see some here-ish, perhaps, and you can see some here. But Diamine Majestic Blue has got so much sheen that it's actually, some people say they can't use it because it's all sheen. It's just like a purple gold sheen. So there you go. Sailor Blue Black underneath that, which I've just started using. It's nowhere close to this. You can definitely see more blue and purple and such in here. Roar and Klingner Salix, which is one of my favorites. Here it is fresh, just because I've got the video going. This is an Iron Gall ink, of course, so you'll see that it turns to a kind of a dusky gray blue over time. If you go and check out my review of that ink, you will be able to see that color change. I've got a little video of that. Pelican Brilliant Black, just to give us a little bit of a comparison with a black ink, and then Lamy Dark Lilac underneath that, and Visconti Blue under there, which is actually the closest, I think. Let's see, here we go, this is better. This is, of course, Sargasso Sea, and this is the Visconti Blue, and they're fairly close. I think definitely Sargasso Sea is darker, and Visconti Blue is bluer. This has got a little more purple in it, but fairly close, so if you can't get Visconti, but you can get Diamine, you know, that might be a way to go for you. All right, let's do the water test right quick. And blam. Get some other words. That's always fun. All right. So there we are. Whoa, no. Just drop my camera. Okay. Okay, everything's cool. We're safe. Goodness. All right. Now let's wipe that away. Or so, sort of sop it up, I guess. Here we go. Yeah, lots of that, including lines. But actually, quite a bit left. I'm a little surprised by how much came up and how much is left. There's a lot of saturation in this ink. So if you're a person that likes to thin inks out, you probably could thin this one out really easily and come up with a good-looking blue. Or maybe sort of a lavender. You get a little bit of lavender in there, I think. All right. So there you go. That's the water test. I mean, it does smear around quite a lot. You're going to have a lot of ink everywhere. Let's see. And the water pushed a little bit through the page, but not too bad. All right, let's look at the chromatography. There it is, right there-ish. And as you can see in the video over to the side there, this one took quite a while to move. Like, it just kind of kept going. I've done some other inks that didn't go very far up the page. This one kept going up the sheet. Very nice, like, lavendery indigo down there. Very dark blue there. There's a tinge of bright blue off to the sides and streaks. It's a cool looking image. Yeah. All right. So here it is on 20-pound paper. This is Diamine Sargasso Sea on 20-pound paper. And you see a little bit of feathering. So here where it says copy, maybe see some. Let's see. We'll zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, there's definitely some feathering and such on this paper. And then you turn it over, and quite a bit coming through. Partly it's a dark ink, so some of this is just ghosting, but there's also a good bit of, in here and here, there's a little bit of there's bleed through. So that's partly because this is a pretty wet nib and a pretty wet ink, but also I've seen it feather and spread on other things with other nibs. So this one doesn't have the best performance on copy paper, that kind of stuff. This is just regular 20-pound bond. Here, just trying not to get this too wrinkled. This is Tomoe River. I've only just gotten this paper. It's super thin. If you haven't used this stuff, it's pretty cool. And there it is. There's the Sargasso Sea. You'll see, if I can get the light right, yeah, over here on the little scribble, you can definitely see some sheen. So if you have fancy enough paper, you will see some sheen out of it. But this is majestic blue, and look at all that sheen on the Tomoe River. So a ton of sheen, all kinds of stuff there. All right, so that's that. Okay, so this has been, make sure the cap's on, don't add any more character to my desk. This is Diamine Sargasso Sea. Comes in, what are these, 80 ml bottles, so it's a fairly large bottle, not quite as big as a Noodler's bottle, but pretty big. Bigger than a lot of them anyway. I think you can also get it in 30s some places, 30 mils. But I went for the full-on 80. So there you go, this is Diamine Sargasso Sea. I'm Mike, this is Ink Dependence, and if you would like to help support the blog, please go over to www.patreon.com/inkdependence to find out how you can help support the blog. And go and hit up Bertrand's Inkwell. Bert's a good dude. I will be seeing him very soon here at the Triangle Pin Show. If you're watching this is the day it goes up, that's this weekend. So if you see me there, come say hi. I will be around probably every day, like Thursday through Sunday. It's going to be a long weekend, but it'll be awesome fun. So there you go. See you later.